Hey you guys. So as I said in my last video that I posted like a couple days ago, I'm going to do a makeup tutorial today featuring the beautiful, this look is all created around one shadow from NARS that I just fell in love with. And I mentioned this in my summer favorites, it's called Desdemona? This purpley, like blue, gorgeous color. So I'm going to do a summer smoky eye with this. I am starting with no makeup on. I have nothing on my face. And I'm going to kind of do this in stages. And since I've done foundation and highlighter and concealer and all that before, I'm going to go ahead and skip that since I'm just kind of focusing on the eye look. But I did want you to see the before, like with nothing on my face. So I'm going to quickly do my foundation and concealer, I think. Yeah, this shadow does not have a lot of fallout, and we're not doing like a ton of really dark colors. Just a heads up, I'm going to be using Soft Brown by MAC. I'm going to be using Sketch by MAC. I'm going to be using and obviously the NARS shadow that I just have fallen in love with and I love. Okay, pause, and I will be back with foundation and some of my face makeup on, and I'm going to prime my eyes for shadow. Okay. Okay, now that foundation and concealer is in place, I am ready to start. And just for, if you're curious, I used Makeup Forever, their HD foundation in this shade 160, just a few little dabs, and then I blend it out with my F80 Kabuki brush from Sigma, and then I am using MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20, and under my eyes, and I did dot a little bit on my nose, forehead, and chin, and also I used it as an eyeshadow primer. Gosh, you guys. Oh! And I blend all of that in with the F86 Awesome Brush of Life, like this, and it totally prevents any, like, concealer cakey buildup. Totally. Okay. So this is a very easy look, and honestly, I'm only going to use, like, 3 shadows for the most part, I think. We'll see how this goes. I am going to take Soft Brown by MAC on a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to get a good generous amount on here, and I'm just going to start in the outer crease as usual, and I'm just going to make little circular motions, and then I'm going to dust this into the inner crease and back. And notice how I am going high up almost to my eyebrow because I want this to be a very blended look. Just adding a little more product, and I am starting in the outer corner because this is where I want the most pigmentation, the most color to be. Just making circular motions up towards the brow, blending upwards and into the inner socket. Depending how much space you have between your crease and your brow, I don't like to leave this area of the eye blank. I think it looks, on me, I think it looks weird, and I think that it looks more blended and natural, I don't know, blended and kind of pulled together to kind of bring your blending shade up, seriously, almost to the brow, if not touching the brow. You can always add, when you go in and highlight under the brow, bring that highlighter down if you've gotten a little bit too far up with your blending shade. But I definitely want this to be very, very blended, especially when working with a very pigmented, dark, well, it's not really dark, but very pigmented, kind of bold color. So now that I've got that on, just kind of windshield wiper motions, just dusting it all over the lid. It doesn't even matter. This is very sloppy. I I could literally do this with not even looking in the mirror. I'm even taking a little and blending it in towards my eye, as you can see. Okay, so now for the fun part, I am going to take the beautiful shadow that I still can't say, Desdemona by NARS. Gorgeous. It's in their new collection. I would highly recommend it. I'm going to take it on a shading brush. This is the E55. It's great for depositing color. And I'm going to get a generous amount, and I am going to just pull my eyelid a little bit taut here while packing on this color. And notice I'm kind of pushing it on. Not really swiping yet, because I want to get it on and get it on nice and generous and even. This color has a lot of reflection in it, and depending on like what angle you're looking at it, it can reflect, the light will reflect like purple, maybe kind of blue, kind of some magenta tones. It's really, really, really beautiful. So just now I'm kind of smoothing that over the lid, still keeping my eyelid taut to really get that color on there. And I'm taking this color right up in the crease, as you can see. I'm even kind of pushing it into the crease. And this is okay because we're going to go back and blend this out with another brush. So don't be afraid to get it in the crease. You kind of want it in the crease. You don't want to leave this part blank when working with a color like this. Just getting it on the other side. Again, just see how I'm kind of rubbing it on instead of like big swipes. You'll get a better deposit of color that will last longer and have a better wear. And just I'm working with very short kind of intentional strokes with the brush. And again, don't be afraid to kind of carve out that crease. Because we're not really going in with a crease color, we're just going to really blow this out and blend it out so it will be really, really beautiful. But this definitely needs to go into the crease, which normally I don't take colors into the crease, but on this look it works really well. Okay, so good, and I'm just going to, just for extra measure, just rub this on the ball of the eye, tapping it on the ball, making sure I've got really dense pigmentation there because I really want it to pop. Okay, so going back in, oh, I dropped my soft brown. Okay, I'm going to take this blending brush, the E25 from Sigma, and you don't have to put anything on it really, but I'm just going to dot a tiny bit of soft brown on it, and I am just going to take this brush and I am going to blend the purpley color we've got on the lid into the crease. So just kind of working that brush, I'm turning it sideways, I'm turning it flat, I just want to make this line that we've got in here completely disappear, and it's like just gonna fade into that soft brown that we've already put in. So by working that back and forth, that's how we're gonna do that. And don't be afraid, like, to take your time with blending this part. I find that this NARS shadow and the other one that I also have that I have purchased and that I've worn and I love blends beautifully. Sometimes when you're working with colors, they don't blend as easy, but that's why I really wanted to do this look for you guys, because it blends so beautiful. And you can, like I said, take your time with this. Just circular motions, windshield wiper motions. Make sure to hit the inner corner like I'm doing here. You do not want to leave that blank. It will look really weird when you're working with color like that. Yeah, awesome. Okay, Next, so this is basically it for the eyes. We're going to smoke it out in the lash line. I am going to go in, I think, with a little bit of sketch in the corner, in the outer corner. And I'm going to take that E25 blending brush, and I'm just going to, you know, give it a little bit of depth. I'm just going to kind of touch this in the outer corner only. Just kind of slightly. This will not be super noticeable because the lid color is dark as well, but it will just kind of give it, just make those eyes really kind of pop and give a sense of openness. So this is an unnecessary step. If you do not have sketch or don't want to do this step, it's totally okay. When I first did this look on myself, I did not, ooh, my battery's dying. I did not add this in the outer corner. But for the video purpose, I just kind of want to, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I've only placed that in the outer corner. And I'm just kind of doing circular motions, and then with nothing else left on my brush, I'm going to just blend that in. I'm going to do that on the other side because I forgot. Okay? Okay, I'm going to do a pretty thick band of eyeliner on the top, and I'm going to wing it a little bit. Ooh. To me, when you do something bold on the lid, it's nice to have a thick band of liner because that kind of ties it all in so you don't look like, oh my gosh, I've got like purple circles on my eyes. So I'm going to do my eyeliner. I have done a video on my eyeliner. I have showed it in a couple of videos how I do it, but I'm not going to show it here. And it's the thing that takes me the longest, as I've said. So I'm going to quickly do that, and then so I'm going to use the Maybelline Eye Studio in Blackest Black that I love, and that is at the drugstore. Bonus. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyeliner, and I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, which I've been doing a lot less of filling in. You'll see when I am back, but so yeah, it's been fun. It's been kind of fun to switch it up, which, you know, I like. So I'll be back.